Yes, yes. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to today's class. Please, you can unmute and let's welcome ourselves to today's class. I would like to
Good
show
evening.
this. Yeah. You can unmute, you can chat, and I believe today is going to be amazing. Today is going to be a wonderful class. We had an interactive session yesterday, and it was great. And I believe today is going to be great. So for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes, it's going to be a good ride. It's going to be a smooth ride, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Good evening, Dr. Abubakar. I'm seeing some chats. Good evening, Dr. Abubakar. Good evening, Mr. Edet Anthony. Good evening, Okeyinka Adekunle, Mutiat Tiwalagbe. Good evening. Beautiful evening to everyone. I believe our day went well. And for those people that are still working, I believe the day is going as planned. So right, without wasting much of our time, because we have quite a number of things to do today, without wasting much of our time, we'll be going straight into today's topic. So today we are looking at digital tools and technique for poultry farming. Digital tools and technique for poultry farming. If you all can remember, what I explained yesterday, you know, the world is now going digital, right? The world is now going digital. People are now transforming from being analog, from being traditional to being digital. And as the world is evolving, right, each and everyone in whatever industry you are, you need to evolve, because the world will not wait for you, right? Gone are the days where farm management and farm process is restricted to pen and paper. I believe everyone can hear me, please. Please let me know if you can hear me. Gone are the days where farm management,
yes, ma'am, I can hear you, ma'am.
where recording of farms, taking of every activity is restricted to pen and paper or every other means. But now there are digital ways to do these things, and today we'll be looking at those digital ways to manage our farm. So I'll be sharing my screen now. I'll be sharing my screen now so that we can kickstart from there. Give me a minute while I share my screen. Just give me a moment, please. All right, please let me know when you can see my screen. Edith Anthony, yes. This material I'm going to present with, after the training, it will be sent to the Telegram channel so everyone can go through it again. Right. So that being said, I believe everyone can see my screen now. I'll just continue. So basically today we are looking at the digital tools and technology for poultry farming. Now, let me let you know that, let me let you be informed that there is not just one tools for farm management, right? There are several tools. There are several, in fact, there are quite a number. Sorry about that. So there are quite a number of tools, right, for poultry, for farm management. Name it, there is the AOS software, there is the IoT software, there are several software, there are several machines, there are several technology, right? But we won't be furthering much into those technologies today. We'll just be we'll be limited to some basic technology. Now, so what are digital tools? What are digital tools? I'm sure everybody is quite familiar with what digital is. You know, digital is like taking everything you have been doing analog, taking everything you have been doing manually, more like automating your farm process, automating everything you are doing. You know, most times before you might probably be pouring water for your beds with your hands, and now they are saying, okay, you are not pouring water again, but there is a digital way to pour the water. There's an automated way to pour the water. I believe everyone can hear me, please. So that is basically what we are digital tools are about. So the automated way, right, to take record of your farms, automated way to take note of inventories, automated way to do everything basically on your farm. And now you may be thinking, why should I move to digital? you may be thinking, okay, I'm doing traditional method and I'm fine with it. Fine, you may be fine with it. But let me let you know that there are several importance, right, why you should record your farm digitally. There are several, in fact, there are a lot of important reasons, and I'll tell you one of them. Now, in this present economy now, right, everybody is affected with the economic crisis. Most industry are affected, which poultry farm is one of the affected industry in this crisis. Now, they are recording your farm inputs digitally is like one of the way to take you out of this economic crisis. Somebody may say how, and I'm going to explain how to you now. Now, imagine you if you're familiar with raising funds for your farm, if you're familiar with fundraising or getting grants. Now, you cannot win a grant or a fund without having a full record of your farm. So say you want to apply for maybe a loan, or you want to apply for a grant, or you see, okay, they are giving this funds and you want to apply for it, they would require that you give them a record of your farm. So now imagine you have not been taking records of your farm, you have not been doing anything, then you'll be in a mode of dilemma, you'll be dispossessed because you have not been doing what you should be doing. Right now, going the digital way is like preparing for what is to come. You are preparing for what is to come, and at the same time you are giving yourself peace of mind, because there are several digital tools that wherever you are, even if you are outside the country, if you are wherever you are in this part of the world, you can monitor what is going on in your farm. That is like the beauty. That is one of the beauty of taking your records, or taking your farm management, taking your every activities from traditional way. From a lot of people are used to Excel sheet, a lot of people are used to pen and paper, a lot of people are used to other bookkeeping method. That's fine, that's perfect, but then you should be doing things different. If you look at the world today, a lot of people are making cool money, right? A lot of people are making cool money in this digital world. Recently, Twitter started paying people. Now, if the people that the set of influencers that Twitter is paying at the moment now, if they have not been doing things differently before, right, they would not get to the point where they now start reaping what they have sold on the platform. Now they are getting paid in hundreds of thousands, millions. It is because of what they have done. They have done things differently. Now, what are you doing differently, right? What are you doing differently? Now, a different way, a different approach to things is taking all your records digitally, so that you are in traffic, you are outside town, you are outside of the country, you can easily take note of what is going on in your farm, either on your smartphone or your computer or your tablet. So that is one of the very important reasons why you should go digital. Now, let me read what we have there. It says, digital tools and technologies refers to a wide range of digital solutions and software applications that are designed to optimize and streamline various agricultural processes and tasks. That is, it's just more like what I have been explaining before. So now, the way of automating, I'm trying to re-explain again, because some people are just joining us and I don't want anybody to miss out. I want everybody to be carried along in this journey. The way automating your farm. Now, many of the people here some of us are farmers, right? Some of us are students, some of us are consultants, some of us are, we have several individuals in here. And even if you are not a farmer, right? Even if you are not a farmer, this is the beautiful thing about digital agriculture. You can start making cool money even with digital agriculture without owning a farm. What I am doing now, I am passing the knowledge I know to you. You can as well pass the same knowledge you are gaining to other people and get money from it. You can use your expertise, right, in a farm. You can use your expertise in farm and be whoever you have dreamt of being, be whatever you have determined to be. So digital agriculture is actually what the world is transforming into now. I believe everyone can hear me. Digital agriculture is what the world is transforming into now. And Mr. Olufemi, I don't know if you can hear me now. Please let me know if you can hear me before I continue. Omole Dada said no voice. Okay, all right. So Mr. Omole Dada and Mr. Olufemi, I don't know, you probably have to, maybe you can check your connection, please.
We can hear you, ma.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please check your connection if you cannot hear me. So let me move further from there. So I was talking about consultants, students. We have students among us, we have entrepreneurs among us, and these are ways where you can even get more income for yourself. You can get more income for your farm. These things, you are knowing it already, and that way you can even be able to pass this knowledge to your staffs. If you have a farm, you can pass this knowledge to your staffs. And when you do that, you are not just breeding your staffs well, you are also encouraging a good place for your workspace, because when they are good at what they do, when they are good digitally, they can show off. They can show off and show forth wherever and whenever they are. So I think let's move to the next. So basically, we have a technology called Clever App, and that is what we will be using for the course of this training. Now, we'll be going on a journey on how Clever App really, really, really works. You know, Clever App is an app where you can take note of your farm, you can take record of your farm, you can record your expenses, you can record your sales, you can, wherever you are in the country, if there's any sales made in your farm, you can get note of it just on your smartphone, wherever you are, right? So for the purpose of this training, we will be using Clever App. Now, what is Clever App? You might be wondering, okay, how does this app work now? Clever App is an all-in-one poultry farm management app that empowers you to take control of your farm operations like never before. With Clever, managing your farm records and day-to-day activities become effortless, even on the go. That is, you can, you don't have to start racking your head. You don't have to start thinking of, okay, how many birds how many birds do I have today? How many birds died? How many eggs do I have? You can easily do all of these things on the go, and that is what the world is transforming into now. Many people don't use pen and paper again. You know, even investors want to see a track record. Investors want to see a digital record of what you have been doing before they will be interested in investing. What are you doing different? You have to, we have to get to a point where we are doing things differently than the conventional way of doing things. We have to get to a point where we are doing things beyond imagination, beyond expectation, where people can say, oh, this person is doing something different. I want to invest in your farm. You know, there are some things you do whereby some investors, you don't know, people are watching you and you don't even know it, and they will just say, oh, this person is doing this thing differently, and I feel like I need to invest in this person. And before you know it, your records, they just tell you, okay, bring in your records, and you're able to bring in your records, and then you can just move further in life. You move the economic crisis will not eat you again, because you have done what you are meant to do. The youth will say you have paid your dues and you've gotten your accolades. So now we'll be using Clever App for the purpose of this training. So I've told you what Clever App is all about. It is a farm management program. If you look at this image, it says manage your farm like a boss. So you are the boss. Wherever you are, either you are the farm owner, the farm manager, the supervisor, even if you're a consultant, you're a trainer, you are the boss, and you have to always manage your farm like the boss you are, or even teach people how to manage their farm like the boss. Let's go further without wasting much of our time. Now, what are the steps on how to use Clever App? What are the steps on how do you use Clever App? Because You cannot just say, okay, I want to use Clever app. There are several steps to this thing. Just the same way every other technology, every other tools has steps of using it. This app also has a step of using it. So the first thing first is you have to get the app on your phone, right? Get the app on your phone, and you can do that by downloading it on Google Play Store. After this presentation, right, I will go through this process one after the other on my system. I just want to put you through all of this process and do every explanation I need to do. Then we'll go practical, right? I believe everyone is still with me. So you download Google Play Store and download Clever app on Google Play Store, or you can also visit www.clever.org. After you do that, you open the app, sign up for a new account, and it can just ask you basic informations, right? Just basic informations. And once you have created the account, then you can move on to adding your farm details, and we'll proceed from there. Now, what are the things you can now do with Clever? You see, first thing, you start by adding your farm inventory. So now with Clever app, right, if you have 100 birds, just saying, for example, you have 100 birds that you have recorded that, okay, this is the birds I have. You know, you don't have to now start doing calculation every day that, okay, this 100 birds, say you have 100 layers or 100 breeders. You don't have to start doing calculation every day that, how many birds do I have today? How many birds do I have today? Because all of this can be done with the app. You just have to impute, okay, the app will ask you how many birds, was there any mortality today? You just answer, no mortality. Yes, there is mortality. And the bird does everything automatically for you. You know, this is like an easy way of living. This is like an easy way of doing your things. This is like an easy way of managing your farm, where you would even feel so stress released, you know. And the good thing on Clever app is there are free plans, and there are free plans, there are paid plans, depending on what you would like to do. I don't know if Mrs. Mutiat is actually talking to me, but if not, we can proceed. So with Clever, you can start adding your farm inventory. It will help you keep track of your stock level and manage your resources effectively. Also, we're here now, you can also impute your expenses. So for every expenses you make now, like I explained in the beginning of this, class, you know, you need to gone are those days where you don't know how we are spending money. You know, I've met with a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people that will tell you, I'm making this money and I don't even know how I'm spending it. That should not happen at this point in time. We are in a point in this nation, we're a point in this country where you have to be accountable to how you spend your money. You have to be accountable to how your birds are eating. You have to be accountable to how the eggs are being produced. You have to be accountable to how the eggs are being hatched. Now, how can you do this in a more automated way, right? You have to do this in a more automated way, whereby you don't have to stress your brain too much. You don't have to stress your head too much. You've gone to the farm since morning and you're tired. You don't have to now start calculating. I don't know if any of us, I don't like math. So calculation gives me stress, right? So I believe there are a lot of people like me that calculating, okay, this one happened today, this one happened today, it is kind of stressful to us, right? And that is where the Clever app, that is where the technology comes in, because it will do the whole calculation for you. You can impute your expenses, so you can know that, okay, today I spent a particular thousands of naira, I spent 10,000 naira on transport. Today I spent 5,000 naira on airtime. So at the end of the month, or at the end of the first quarter, second quarter, when you want to like have a general report, you can say, okay, you'll be able to track, you know, you have a track record of what you have actually done with your money. So you'll be able to know that, okay, for this 3 months or for this 1 month, the total amount that came in was 50,000 naira, and I spent this particular amount. Okay. Yeah, Mutiat, I have added everyone in the waiting room, actually. I've added everyone in the waiting room already. Thank you very much for that notification. Thank you very much. So let me just continue. Yeah, so you'll be able to when you take good record of your expenses. Many a times people think it's not just transport fare. Why should I be recording my transport fare? It's not just this is not just that. Why should I record? But all these small expenses are most of the things that take money away from us, and at the end of the day you say, I don't even know how I'm spending my money. It is because many a times we don't take good record of these figures. We don't. And now this using technology will give us a room to record our expenses, to record how your money comes in and how your money goes out. Now from there we'll go to recording your daily activities. So your bird laid, your 1,000 layer birds laid 250 crates of egg today. You can record them, right? And when you sell 150 crates, you can have a clear record that, okay, I've sold 150 today and I have just 100 left. You don't have to now start counting crate by crate. Those are one of the beauty of technology. Also, you can keep track of your sales, keep track of customer payment status, also track your debtors. For everyone doing business here, for every businessman and women, you always say you don't want to sell credit, but there is no way you would not sell credit, right? Many a times you have tried to avoid selling credit, but at the end of the day, because you want to sell, you want to keep your customer, you just have to sell to some of them because, okay, you trust them, right? Or something like that. But now, how can you keep track of this customers? How can you not lose sight of them? This technology would help you to keep track of your customers and let you know that this person is owing you this so amount. You would able to be you can do that. Also, with technology, many people sell eggs, and you sell eggs, you sell bread, you sell this, you sell that, and you don't even have a record of what you sell. That is, you don't have a receipt, no invoice, nothing. But with the use of technology now, right, it is quite easy and quite modified and quite digitally. You can have generate your receipts, generate your invoice, generate vouchers, and all of that with the use of technology. That is the beauty of technology. And you don't even have to break a bank to do all of this. Many times people feel that all this technology thing, all this digital thing is for only for people that have money, or is only for people that can. You don't have to break a bank to go digital in agriculture. Agriculture has come to a point where with little or no amount of money, you can break into digital agriculture and you can start doing well for yourself and even for your business. Also, with Clever, with several software, you can manage more than one business. So basically, you have a poultry farm, you have a feed mill, and you have a fish pond, you have a pig farm, you have like about 5 or 6 farms, right? You can manage all of them even under just one account. So you just open an account as Adeolu, and you can manage your fish pond, your every farm you can manage all in just one account. So you don't have to now have one sheet for this, one sheet for that, one sheet for that, several sheets that will now be that will cause confusion. You can do every of your business in just one app. That is the beauty of technology. Also, Clever provides you with valuable insights into your financials and production performance. So there are graphs, right? There are graphs that show you your financial performance. And if you don't want graphs, right, there are other reports that shows you how your financials are. So in a month, you can track your profit and loss. In a month, you can track that, oh, I made profit this month. I started this month with 250,000 and I ended this month with 1 million naira. Wow, that's profit. And you can also track that, oh, I started this month with 1 million naira and I'm ending it with 750,000. That's like a loss. You can track what you have spent too much money on that you should not spend too much money on, right? What you have spent your money on that you should not, what you need to improve on, and what you need to reduce. You can track that all with the use of technology. And like I said earlier, you don't even have to break a bank for it. I welcome everyone that is just joining us. If you are just joining us, you are welcome to this class. We are talking about the digital tools and technology for poultry farm management. And I've already explained what digital tools is all about. It's all about automating your farm process, automating every activities on your farm. That is what it is all about. So basically, for the purpose of this class, we are using the Clever app, which is a farm management software, and that is what we have been trying to talk about. So basically, that is that on how to use Clever. So I think enough of talk. Let's go straight into practical and see that everything I've been saying about Clever app now, everything I've been saying you can do with technology. Let us see it with our face and see that okay, we can actually do this with technology. Why I'm trying to share my screen to do that, please, if you have any question, please I can take that while I share my screen for the practical aspect of Clever. If you have questions, please, before we proceed. If not, we can proceed. So just give me a minute while I share my screen. I believe we are all getting one or two things in this class. I believe we are all grabbing one or two things. Please respond so that we'll know we are getting something. Because I need response. Right. So the thumbs up. Yeah, nice. Mr. Gabriel, okay, I'll recap that, right? Let's just proceed. Before we end the class, I'll recap everything I have spoken about, right? So, but okay, well, for the purpose of those that are just joining the class, we've been talking about digital tools and technology for poultry farming, like poultry farm management. And we've talked about how digital is not just we, but people in the digital agriculture industry are transforming agriculture from the modern way of doing things to digital ways. So basically now we are going into practical, right? We are going into practical to see how this truly works. Yeah, please let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much for the feedback. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the feedback. So, if you remember, the first step was you download the Clever app, or you go to Google, you go to www.clever.org. Now, this is clever.org, right? Now, where's that sound coming from?
Okay, I think someone's mic is on mute, so the person will have to mute the mic so that we can hear you clearly.
All right, I think the sound is better now. Here we can proceed. So this V2, so Clever is clever.org. without the V2. This V2 you are seeing is for presentation purpose, right? It's for presentation purpose. The same thing that is here, the same thing is on Clever App. So now, you've downloaded Clever App, right? You've downloaded Clever App and you want to proceed. Okay, sorry, before I proceed, it says, I have a question. My question is, does the app require some token to be paid online? No. So basically the app has free version and it has free version and it has paid version. So once you register on Clever, you're automatically on the free version, right? And you can use it for as long as you want until you are ready to make payment for the subscription plan. But if you don't want to make payment for the subscription plan, that's fine. You can continue using the free version. So if you look at it here, it says register free. So what we'll be doing now is we'll be registering free. So once you get into clever.org or you download on Google Play Store, that's this particular dashboard is what you're seeing first, right? Now, I want to be as practical as I can be now. And I would like after this class, our assignment will be to try this and then we'll submit later. But let's just proceed. So you register free, you add your first name. This is my first name, the gender. Basically what every other platform would ask for. I'm going to be as practical as it should be. It's going to be as practical as it should be. Then you put your password. Of course, you continue. So yeah, the email is in use. Let me try another one. Wow. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, so basically I wanted to start the registration purpose, or okay, it is not impossible. Right. So that is the first step. I believe everyone can see and hear me, please.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So that is the first step. Now, good. Thank you very much for the feedback. Now, the next step is to create your first business. Remember, I said you can have multiple business on. Jason, can the app be used offline? No, for now, it cannot be used offline. But we are working on the updates, right? Cannot be used offline for now. So let's proceed. You input your business name. So what is the name of your farm? Say the name of my farm is this. Now, another beauty of Clever App, another beauty of this technology is that you don't even have to be a poultry farmer to make use of this app. Are we together? You don't even have to be a poultry farmer. You can own a shop. See, funniest thing is this particular software, there is a restaurant that uses this software. There's a laundry shop, right, that uses this software. So you don't even have to be a farmer, right? So I'm saying this for students among us. I'm saying this for the freelancers among us. I'm saying this for consultants and trainers, just to let you know that, and the entrepreneurs among us, that you don't even have to. So you probably want to start making money with telling people about Clever, onboarding them, and making your other streams of income. You don't even have to just go to farmers alone. shop owners can make use of it. And how can they make use of it? You have a poultry farm, let them know you have a poultry farm. If you don't have a poultry farm, you tell them I own a shop only. But I think majority of the people in this training are poultry farmers, so we'll dive straight into poultry. I own a poultry farm, and you can go next. So there are two ways to use Clever, right? We have the simple interface and the advanced interface. Now, for starters, right, I advise that we always choose the simple interface, because this is kind of very, very simple to use. But this advanced interface is like an advanced technology, right? So the simple, what is in the advanced interface is what is in the simple interface. But one is just more technical than the other. So that we'll not twist our head too much, we can just go simply with the simple Clever and you proceed. So you wait for it to load. Now, brings you to, so now the next thing you are going to set is the unit of your farm, your currency. And why you're setting currency is because you are going to be selling with this. You are going to be selling with this app. You are going to be making transactions with this app. So which the country you are and the country you are selling to, or the currency you are making transactions with, is the currency that we are asking for here. Excuse me. So you choose your currency. Of course, I'm in Nigeria, so I'm going to choose Naira. Naira, right? Save your currency. Now you can add units on your farm, like temperature. We have different temperature. We have the Celsius, we have the Kelvin, we have different temperature. So now I know this temperature seems like what we don't have in Nigeria, right? But don't worry, that is not a problem. You can choose any of the temperature that suits you. And pieces of eggs in a crate now, because you'll be using it to record eggs and the likes. Okay, so I think I've answered Jesse's question. Please, if you have questions, just keep dropping on the chat box, right? After this, after the practical aspect, I would answer all the questions. So, okay, Yinka and Gabriel, please just hold on. I will answer your question after this practical aspect. So, how many pieces of eggs is in a crate? Of course, it's 30. Now, do you prefer graded eggs or not? Now, let me explain what graded eggs mean and so why you should choose either yes or no. So when we say graded eggs, we're talking about the good eggs, the bad eggs, the medium eggs. You know, if you know the kind of eggs your bird produce in size. Some birds produce large eggs. Now I've seen some double yolk egg before, right? Some birds produce large eggs. Some birds produce small. Some birds produce medium. I think medium is quite what is very rampant now. Some birds produce medium. Those are graded eggs. They are being graded into large, medium, and small, unsellable, cracked, and the likes. Now, ungraded eggs are basically just graded into two. Either it is good or it is bad. I'll answer all the question. So I advise you go for yes for the graded egg and the weight of your livestock. So how do you weigh your birds, right? Do you weigh in kilogram? Do you weigh in gram? Do you weigh in pounds? If you weigh in kilogram, you go for kilogram. If you weigh in grams, you go for grams. If you weigh in pounds, you go for pounds. But please note that everything you are imputing here, right, they are actually still changeable. You can change them in the settings, which I will show you later in the course of the teaching. We still have quite a number of time. You can change them later. So say you have your bird weighs in kilogram. Now, you are just setting like a default, right? You set a default. Now, we are going into the next step. And the next step is adding pen to your farm. So I believe everyone is familiar with what pen means, right? Everyone is familiar with what pen means, but in case we are not, pen is like the particular house you put your birds. So a lot of people, many people have like quite a number of birds, and they put them in different pen. So some people say, okay, this is pen 1, this is pen 2, this is pen 3. So that is like pen, that's like a cage generally where the birds are being stored into. So if you look at the subscription plan, this is the current plan I am on now, and it is free. So you can be on a free plan for as long as you want to. Now, we are in the app. So basically, this is the app. This is what it looks, this is the software. This is what it looks like. I don't want this. So this is a tour guide, right? It will like give you a tour on everything you need to impute. But since I'm teaching you now, you basically don't need it. So you can turn it off. So this is what the app looks like. This is what the software looks like, basically. It's very simple interface, your dashboard. So on your dashboard now, if you remember clearly, I spoke about you have a record of your financial analytics and production analytics. So once we impute anything even into this software now, you will be able to get your financial analytics right here in numbers or in graph, right? So you don't have to crack your head too much to get the analytics of your farm. You can easily just get them here. I'll answer our questions later. Please just let it keep coming in so I'll know the number of questions I'm answering. And also you can get your production analysis. So on this production analysis, you'll be able to get that, okay, how well are your birds doing, right? Because if your 1,000 birds lay like lay 200 crates of eggs today, and they are laying 150 crate of egg tomorrow, you know that something is wrong somewhere. It's not like there's mortality, you know something is wrong somewhere. You'll be able to even record, you'll be able to track it that, okay, what is wrong with my birds? If you need to probably invite the vet doctor, you can easily just do that because you have the means to do that. So the financial is to get the financial analytics of the farm. The production analytics is to get the production analytics of the farm. That is that on the dashboard. And also on this same dashboard, you'll be able to track your supplier that you are owing or the people that are owing you. You can track all of that right on this dashboard. And now moving to businesses, right? So remember I said you can have more than one business on an account. So this is my account here, and this is my business. So probably I say I have a feed mill, right? You can add new business here and just go through the same process we went through when creating this. Go through, impute all the details, add your new business, and you're good to go. You can manage everything right here. You can switch from one to one. That is that on businesses. Now, these ones are quite straightforward, but I would explain them. So here, this is where you can record your sales. You have your sales list here, and you can add new sales here. We will do that. You have your shop here. That is your shop inventory. So the shop inventory is just there, like what you have in your shop is what you are selling. Now you say, okay, I have a farm, I don't have a shop. Now, so you can move digitally. You know, this is the beauty of technology. You can move what you have on your farm to your shop online. It is so beautiful because you have a farm record online, you have your shop online, you can sell online, you can move your inventory from your farm to your shop and from your shop to sell it. Very easy and very straightforward, simple interface. And this is your farm. This is where basically all the activities happen, where your farm inventory is the totality of the activities happening on your farm, right? Add raw material is where you can add the raw material that you use on your farm, the sawdust, the charcoal, the feed, every raw material you used basically. And the pen and activities are basically the pen, right? They are the activities on your pen. Yeah, that's that on that. And also, you remember when I was explaining earlier, I spoke about expenses, right? You can easily just take record of your expenses and you can get your expenses list. So you want to know how much you have spent in a month. You can easily just go through your expenses list and just check. And it's quite easy that way. So for the subscription, like I explained earlier, so this is presently the plan I am on now, because I just opened it. So in case you just open the app, this is the plan you'll be on, and you can be on this plan for as long as you want to be. Basically, once you subscribe, once you log into the app, you have this plan for you till 1 year, till next year, for a period of 1 year. So you probably maybe you are advancing in the usage and you feel like, okay, I think I need to subscribe. That is when you can now do a subscription. But aside that, you are not objected to subscription, right? You are not objected to subscription. You are not subjected rather to subscription. So you are not being forced to subscribe. You can use the free plan for as long as you want to. Now, remember I told you when you were setting your units that you can easily just change whatever you want to change on the settings, right? Please let me know if you can still hear me. Let me know if you can still hear me, please.
Yes, I can still hear you.
All right,
We can
thank
hear
you
you,
very
ma.
much.
We can
Thank
still
you.
hear you.
Thank you very
We can
much
hear you.
for thank you for the feedback, right? I appreciate that. So you want to change your default unit, you want to change some of the settings you have set in before. Here is your profile, right? And before I forget also, you can, as a farmer, right? You have a business. You practically, you're not the only one handling this business. Maybe you're the owner of your farm, you have a farm manager, you have a secretary, you have a supervisor, you have a sales team. And the beauty of this technology, the beauty of this app is you do not even have to be the one to operate these things, right? You can assign roles. You can assign roles to every of your staff to do their job, right? I'll show you how to do that. So basically, this is the profile. You want to change your password, you want to do that, you can do that here. Then, okay, that taxes, if you are paying tax, but you don't really need that for now. So categories, you set your categories here. You can set your feed, medications, vaccine. You can set several categories here, like raw material categories. We'll set that later after I'm done with all of this. I'm checking the time. Okay, we still have like 20 minutes to take this class before questions. Okay, so here is where you can set your default units now. Remember the temperature you set here. If you want to change it, you just edit default unit and you can change whatever you want to change, right? So you can do all of that here. You can refer. This is your referral link. You can refer, and of course, if you refer, you get you have a deal with us. Once you refer and you have people under your referral link, you get a cut from us, right? If the person subscribe. So I spoke about multiple streams of income, right? This is one of the multiple streams of income. So you refer and you can get a cut if the person you refer just joining the training. So Kazim, the name of the app is Clever. It's Clever. Just stay with me. I'm just showing everyone how to navigate the app. So just stay with me, right? Now, I spoke about assigning roles to your workers, right? You can do that on this admin user. So from settings, you're on the admin user, you can assign roles to your staff, right? You can guys, give me like a minute. Let me get my charger. I'll be back, please. I don't know if anyone can hear me, but if you can hear me, please give me a moment. Let me get my charger. I'll be back. My system is
We
back.
can hear you, ma. We can
All
hear
right.
you, ma.
Let me grab my
We can hear you,
charger.
ma.
I'll be back, please. Yeah, I'm back. I'm so sorry for that. So I was talking about how you can assign roles to your workers, right? So if you look at the admin user now, you already state that you are the owner of this account because you are the owner of the farm, of course. So now you can go to add admin. If you go to add admin, you can easily just invite the staff you want to add. And now the beauty of this thing also is, so you have a staff that is in charge of sales. You only want her to be in charge of sales. You don't want her to be in charge of expenses. You don't want her to be in charge of other roles, right? You just easily add the email of the person. You can just add the email to it. So you add the staff email, your supervisor, anything, and you want the person to be in charge of sales, yes. So yes and no is, yes, I want this person to be in charge of this thing. No, I don't want this person to be in charge of this thing. So you want the person to be in charge of sales, person can add sales and edit sales. In fact, you don't want the person to delete sales, can add sales and edit sales. Simple. Just go down and invite. It's as simple as that. If you want to have people who who manage your farm, can send the invite. So you want the person to be in charge of everything, you can just say yes to everything. So basically that is how you add an admin to your account. And data upload is like the total activity you have recorded, everything you have recorded, the sales, the expenses, the inventory, and everything sum up as data upload. So each input is an upload, right? So that is that on that. So let's go to how we record our farm details, because I believe that is why we are here. So now, if you go to your farm inventory now, it is empty. And why is it empty? It is empty because we have not recorded anything. This is a brand new farm we just created, right? Network, please don't do this to me. Whoa. I'm sorry, network is showing itself, but we are here now. Please let me know if you can still hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much. Network was trying to show itself, but we are back now. All right. The screen is loading. Let me know when you can see it, please.
We can see your screen now.
All right.
I can see your screen now.
Awesome. So let's just proceed from where we stopped. So, like I was saying, if you so I got here from this place, from farm. So farm is every activities of your farm, everything you get them on the farm. So if you go to the farm inventory, which is where we are now, it is empty. Why is it empty? It is empty because we have not added anything into it, and that is what we're about to do. So you can add pen and activity. So if you go to add pen and activity, right? Because you're just starting, you can add a new pen. And I explain what pen is. Everyone that has a farm knows what pen is. But for whoever doesn't have a farm, a pen is like where you keep your birds. I think that's like the general meaning or general explanation for that. So you can add new pen for a new pen that you're just creating. But for pen activities is if you want to add an activity to the pen you have created earlier, right? So you add a new pen. Now, say you have been farming since last year, and you just want to start imputing your farm details, right? Now, you can backdate this thing, right? So today is 22nd of August, but I want to make a record of, the record I want to give is since June 1st. You can backdate, right? You can backdate the details you can do, and what farm type, livestock, because it's basically for livestock for now. Then you go to your farm category. So somebody was asking about one of the question was that I think, okay, Edet Anthony was asking, what about those who are not in layer farming? Omar leader that was asking, into broiler production, what do I put in the egg column? So basically, you can skip the egg column, right? And I just make reference to those questions to show you that it is not just for layers, and it is not just for broilers. It's for both broiler farm and layer farm. So you can choose any one you have. So basically, I'll be opening a pen for the two farms, right? So that everybody can see how it works. So first, the broiler farms. Now, these are basic questions the app would ask you, or the software will ask you, so that you would have easy way of recording, right? The app wants to know the details. The app wants to have your details, so that next time when you come and impute, it will not be asking you, what is this, what is that, right? So you can say, okay, it will be able to give you accurate calculation of what you are imputing. So basically, so how long do you want to grow your flock? So you probably have the mind of growing your birds. So it's asking you, these birds, you bought them at, say, day old, right? And you want to grow them for 20 weeks. This is what it's asking you. So just put the 20 weeks. So you name your pen. Say, I'd like to name my pen 1. Everybody has a different way of naming their pen. Some people name it pen 2, cage 1, so, and so. Now, opening stock. Remember that this app also is like an accountability app, right? It makes you accountable. It keeps your finances on check. So it's asking for the opening stock because it wants to be able to calculate your profit, your loss, how you are gaining, and how you're losing. So how much did you start opening stock? Opening stock was, say, the total birds you started with was, so the opening stock is the total birds you started with was, you bought 5,000 day-old chick, day-old broiler. How much did you buy those day-old broiler? You bought them for 50,000. So these numbers are just imaginary numbers, right? They're just imaginary numbers. They're not real. So the current age of the animals, so they are presently, say they are presently 5 weeks and 2 days. You're saying 5 weeks and 2 days. Yeah. So you can add, or you can show additional information if you want to. You can add the number of cage. So how many cage do you have actually? So you have 10 cages, number per cage. How many birds is in each cage? Say 100. Just saying this is optional, right? It's quite optional. You can choose to add or not, and you can easily add farm. So this activity, this inventory has been added. If you check your farm inventory now, you would see this particular farm added there. Opening stock 5,000, current stock 5,000, because I have not recorded any loss. I've not recorded that I've sold any of them, right? You have your stock accurate there. So they are in week 17 at the moment, right? So you have your stock there. Now, you'll be wondering, why is this place showing unpaid? So we believe that, or this technology believe that, when you bought these birds, you paid money for it, right? So you are going to record that, okay, I paid. Now, why is that so? Because you have to track who you are owing and who is owing you. So because you are not owing the supplier, right? You pay. like, okay, you bought the bird, you can pay. So you paid your 50,000. I know you might still ask question, why am I paying? You bought this bird, you made payment for it. Now record that I have made the payment. Now that you have recorded that you have made the payment, that should pay, and you are good that way. So this is a umbrella pen. Now let's create a layer pen too, so that it will all be fair and equal, right? So you can either go through this process, or you add pen plus pen. Another new pen, date, livestock, farm category, layers now. How long do you want to grow your flock? Okay, let's say 72 weeks. Just saying, these are imaginary numbers. They are not real numbers. I believe you can understand. So I named that one pen 2. Opening stock, I also got 5,000 layers. How much did it cost to buy 5,000 layers? It cost me 75,000. What's the current age of the bird? So presently they are on 10 weeks. And I can add my farm. If you check your inventory also, it is there. So you can easily just make payment for it, record the payment because you have paid, you paid your supplier when you bought it. Sorry. Pay your debt, 75,000. And you can record the payment. Payment has been recorded. So these are the two pen you have at the moment that we have recorded. So I will be giving us an assignment at the end of this class, but I'm just like giving us a brief, I'm just briefing us on how this works, right? Yeah. So you can easily now add activities to your pen, right? Because you have created the farm already, you can go to pen activities. Now, like I said earlier, new pen is for new pen entirely. Pen activities is for adding activities to the pen you have created. So which pen do you want to add that activity to? Pen 1. What date is the whatever happened, say August 1st. I told you earlier you can backdate. Now, what activity do you want to add? So raw material, that is the feed you gave them, the vaccine, the drugs, the everything that you used generally at the raw material. Now, losses. You want to add loss, say, okay, maybe the first day or second day, the bird you lost your birds, maybe they died or something happened like that. You can easily just record that with losses. And the weights, you can record the weights as well. So you can easily just keep track of how they are weighing, right? You keep track of how they are weighing. So today they added 1 pound, or they added 1 kilogram, or that. So those are several activities you can add. So let's start with weight. You can, okay, so what's their weight in kg now? Say they are 5 kg now. Add record added successfully. So you can also, several records you can add, right? So you say pen 2 layers, so layers, they probably just laid an egg. So what's the size of the egg? Remember when we were choosing the graded eggs or not, I explained the small, the medium, the large, and the rest. So because we chose graded eggs, that is why we have this. So what size of egg was did your bird lay, right? Say they laid the small eggs, they laid the medium eggs, they laid the large eggs. So let's say medium generally. The number of medium eggs per crate. Secret here. So what's the number of medium eggs they laid per crate? So all these are to give a precise calculation, a precise record, right? Number of medium eggs they laid per crate. Say the 5,000 birds laid 1,500 crates of egg. Was there any pieces? Okay, like there was like 10 pieces. Can add the record successfully. That is how you add each record. You add each record successfully on that. And if you check your inventory, they are all there. Right? They are all there. Same way you add your raw materials, same way you add everything. So let's add just one raw material so that you can see how that works. So so you go to add raw material, what's the raw material name? So say it's a feed. Now you can create a category, right? Say it's protein feed. You know, there are several feeds, starter feed. Okay, let's do starter feed. There's starter feed, there is laying feed. I don't know, I'm just saying. So you can say starter feeds. What's the unit? Yeah, the unit of the feed came in bag, I believe. It comes in bag. So you create the unit bags and save. Raw material has been added, right? Same way you add every other raw material you use, vaccine, and the likes. So practically that is that on how to add the farm inventory. If you check a farm inventory now, it is there. So you remember you've recorded this X for this. So if also we had added that, okay, there was mortality today, maybe let's add mortality so that you see the accuracy in this digital world, the accuracy in digital, right? So there was loss, and so it asks you the type of loss. So maybe were they stolen? Was it death? Was it called? Say okay, mortality. So this is why did your bird die? It's going to ask you why, what happened. Okay, there was disease, heat, lack of water, others, let's just say disease. How many died, right? So you have a number of, you have 5,000 birds and say 10 died as a result of disease. You had the record and instantly it has been recorded. If you check your farm inventory now, you would see the accuracy. Now, just added that the 10 birds died in broiler farm. You started with 5,000. Presently, you're on 4,990 because 10 has already died. So that's like the accuracy in this thing. That's like the accuracy in this thing. It is very, very beautiful. It's very, very beautiful that we are at this point where technology is advancing and we have to advance also. So I think I need to start wrapping up now so that we'll have enough time for questions. So let me just quickly go through how you record expenses, how you record sales. Practically, they are basically like very straightforward. So you want to record your expenses, what kind of expense you go to expenses, add expenses. So what's the item? What's the item? And so anything can be expenses. Airtime can be expenses. Salary, you pay your staff salary can be expenses. Transport can be expenses. Any expenses, right? So say salary payment. So salary payment, then select category. So if you see the category here, fine. If not, you can choose others. So staff salary, of course. Staff salary, and you can easily just, so what's the quantity? How many staff did you pay? You paid 2 staffs that you have, and the total amount you paid them was 100,000. All right. So you can save this payment. So if you look at it, there are 3 methods of saving the payment right here. If you save this payment, that means you have not paid this person, but you have recorded it that, okay, you have it in mind, you want to pay. So this app is going to notify you that, okay, you have not paid, though, but you have recorded that you are going to pay. But if you save and record, right, you are saving and you are recording the payment that, okay, I have made this payment, so I am not owing anybody. Yeah, I believe we're together. You are not owing anybody. And if you save and view the voucher, I believe we all know what voucher is. So you have still not made the payment, but you have a proof that you are going to make this payment. So basically, you just record your payment because I believe you have made payment 100,000 and record the payment. That's just it. So you have this already. You have this is the expenses. And that beautiful thing is, so you remember I spoke about how recording digitally can be useful for say you want to win a grant or you want to win a loan or something like that. So all your records, right, you can easily export them as an Excel sheet. So maybe you're trying to apply for a business, you're trying to apply for any business funding like that, and you need the record of your farm. You can easily just go to your expenses, export as Excel, go to your sales, export as Excel, go to your inventory, export, and you can just gather it together and say, okay, this is what I have. And they can check through it and say, okay, yes, you are doing well. And basically, that is it. Just the same way you recorded this, you can record your sales as well also. And that is that on that. So I believe that will be all on the practical, and we'll do more. We have a town hall meeting tomorrow. That's like chatting. We'll do more of this and that. And I believe we've gained one or two things today. I believe please want feedback now. Have you gained anything? Have you learned anything? Or have I just been talking?
Yes, I learned a lot today.
Oh, awesome. So I'll be taking questions now. I think I've answered some.
I really enjoy the class.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much for this feedback. So I think I'll be taking questions we have here. Please, if you have questions, you can drop it on the chat box, please. So Jason said, I have another question. Can the app be used in crop production too? So basically, right, you can improvise, right? You can improvise to use it in a crop production, but it is basically for poultry farm, right? It is basically for poultry farm, but you can improvise because there is a part where, if you were here when I started the registration, there's a part where you can choose if you're a poultry farmer or not, right? So you can, as a crop farmer, you can use, say you are not a poultry farmer, and the interface is quite simple. So I meant to show how it works also without the farm, but it's practically the same thing, same interface, same everything. Can we add another business to this application? Yes, we can. I already explained that earlier. Yes, you can have more than one business on the same app. I'm into broiler production. What do I put in their column? I think I've answered that. What about those who are not into layer? I think I have answered that. Please, I have a question. Is there any difference in app usage between free user and paid user? Okay, so basically they are just like slight difference, right? There are slight difference in okay, Inka, I'm answering your question. There are slight difference in the paid and the free, right? So for the free version, basically there are limited number of business you can add, but for the paid version, there are quite a number of business you can add, but still you can still use the free version for as long as you want to use it. Okay, Lukman, can you briefly give us an hint on yesterday's class? Okay, so yesterday we pretty much we didn't really do anything much. Yesterday was just more of like an introductory class and what the company that organized this what the company is all about, what we do, and what this class is totally going to be all about. So yesterday we didn't really have a serious class, right? It was just like an introductory session. So you didn't miss much, look, man. Taiwa Mole says, how will the other admin accept the invite? So once you invite them, they will get a mail, right? Once you add the correct mail, they will get a mail from their end and they can be able to accept that way. Yeah, so that's that. I don't know if anyone still has any other question. If there is no other question, so yes, I have an assignment for everyone, right? I have an assignment for everyone. So you go to Google Play Store and download Clever app, download the app and try and open a business. So once you're successful in opening a business, send a screenshot of your dashboard to the group, to the Telegram channel, right? Then add the farm inventory, record the expenses. And as you're doing that, send a screenshot also to the group. I want to see it. And please note that all these assignments are what we are going to put together. All these assignments are what you are going to put together to get your certificate. So if you don't do your assignment, certificate might not be sure for you. All right. So yeah, also Lukman, was it Lukman that asked the question? Yeah, Lukman. So yesterday I notified that somebody asked if the certificate was going to be free. Yes, the certificate is absolutely free, but there are things to do before you can get the certificate. And one of it is doing your assignment. So if you don't do your assignment, you would likely not be certified in this course. So I'll repeat the assignment again. Download Clever app on Google Play Store and open a business successfully. Once you open your business, send a screenshot of the business to the Telegram channel. Can we get the recording of this class? Yes. Yes, there's a recording of this class. I'll send. Okay, Jason, you said the app can be used without subscription, but while explaining about the referral, you said if the person subscribes to it, there's a benefit. So this is what I said. You can use the free version of the app for as much as you want to use it. Now, the referral link is a way of you getting multiple income, right? So what I said about the referral link is, if you use your referral link, to invite other people or other farmers, right? And that farmer subscribe, you get a certain percentage of that subscription, right? So you get a certain percentage of the subscription the farmer subscribes. So that is what I said about the referral code. I don't know if you understand. If you don't understand, you can please ask more questions. Oluwatowo, can the app offer more flexibility in terms of recording and upcoming activity, like having periodic prompts or notifying for recurring activities like vaccination? Okay, so basically, the interface is not built for that, right? It's not really built for that. The interface is basically just built for taking records and managing activities and the likes. But yeah, we are working on the upgrade. We're working on the upgrade, and the upgrade will have all the other features. The name of the app is Clever App. Okay, Taiwo, thank you for answering him. It's a Clever App. So what's the assignment again? Okay, I would repeat myself for the assignment. So the assignment is go to Google Play Store, download Clever App. C-L-E-V-A is the spelling of Clever, C-L-E-V-A. Download Clever App and successfully register. Once you register successfully and you create your business, send a screenshot of the business to the Telegram channel, right? And then impute your farm inventory. If you impute farm inventory, impute expenses, try to play around with the app. And anywhere you are successful in imputing, please send a screenshot to the channel. And anyone you are confused, please ask questions on the Telegram channel. The name of the app is C-L-E-V-A, Clever. So the name of the app is Clever, C-L-E-V-A, Clever. So I had, can we have a PDF, the PDF lecture, please? Yes. You will get it. You get it. The PDF will be sent after the class. Then the recording will be sent probably tonight or tomorrow, because I think it cuts at the point we have to join it. So I'll send the PDF today to the channel, and the recording will be sent either tonight or tomorrow, right? So I don't know if anyone still has any more questions for me. If there are no questions, I had an amazing time. I had an amazing time interacting with you people, and I believe you had an amazing time too in this class. And I believe everyone is taking at least 1 or 2 back home as regards digital digital agriculture. Is there any attendance for it? When is the deadline for the assignment? Okay, so the deadline is on Sunday, right? So basically what I intend to do is there will be, for most of the classes we'll be having during the week, the assignment will be submitted, like collated together and reviewed during the weekend, right? So the deadline from every assignment you get from today till Friday is on Sunday. You can submit on or before Sunday. I believe everyone got that. So there are no more questions. I had an amazing time doing this. It was worth the time. It was worth the energy. It was amazing talking to you, and I'm glad I was getting feedback, and say thank you for joining this class. Thank you for being here. Also, don't miss the next class. Thank you very much, Oluwatowu. Thank you very much. I'm so pleased to hear that. Thank you. So I believe, does anyone still have any other thing to say, please? You have any other thing to say? If there are no other things to say, I wish everyone a beautiful evening. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of the day. We'll see you in the channel. Please drop your questions. I see all the questions and I'll reply them as soon as I can. And yeah, we can call it a day. Thank you very much for joining the class. Have a wonderful evening. Bye, everyone.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you. Good night.
Bye, ma. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.